the animals.
The animals.
Okay,
You can even do it in landscape if necessary.
like that.
Like that. Hello. Have you ever wondered how you can make money out of dairy farming? We as experts in the livestock industry from Makerere University, running our own private farm consultancy company, are here with some jewels of wisdom. The first thing we do for you is to conduct a thorough 360-degree analysis of your current situation, identifying roadblocks that are preventing you from maximizing milk yield from your animals. And the most prevalent roadblock we have encountered is a high risk of mastitis, which tends to block the milk channels. And that is usually as a result of poor hygiene or poor design of the structure, which leads to accumulation of excess waste that contains bacteria that lead to the condition of mastitis. And we have a remedy for that. So for that problem, we conduct a mastitis test and then mount an appropriate treatment based on the results of that test. From there, we recommend other practical husbandry practices to improve your efficiency, including design of a practically usable record-keeping system, design of a feeding program, and design or improvements in your cattle structures.
Yes, thank you. Brian, the camera should look at that animal. Look at that animal that has now turned. Yes. It is facing in a wrong direction, yeah? So the bed should be made in such a way that the animal is not able to turn. So you see now it has put the hind on the other side where it's supposed to put the head. And that's dangerous because it will stand and then put the dung the other side where we don't want. So you design the walls in such a way that the animal is not able to turn. So you check the size. That's one of them. So look at the beauty when the animals are sleeping. So they are all lined up like that, and the other is seated in a very clean place. Face this side and see the same. You see that? So once you improve the design of the house, then you've nailed it correctly. You won't have these challenges. So we are looking at other hygiene majorly. It is a very big actually event. It's a very big factor on dairy farming. The moment you have the structure wrong, then you'll have to spend much more money to put things right. So in the beginning, we are looking at infrastructure, feeding, and then management, basically record keeping, measure them. So on this farm, we've been addressing the challenge of other hygiene. The structure is already there, so we shall just modify and then put things right. The breed is perfect. Feeding is somehow, but hygiene is what has been hindering them from hitting their targets. But we are going now to screen through and see which bacteria is affecting which animal and which antibiotic can work on them. So the lab is part of the processes that we are going to use to settle this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
In brief, these are the key practices or management activities that you should routinely do in an efficient way if you want to maximize profits from your dairy farm. Number one, you must select and stock the right breed of animals that have genetic potential to give you high milk output. Number two, you must ensure that you feed them on a balanced diet. Number three, you must ensure that you reduce the risk of disease outbreak by coming up with a practical health management set of procedures that you adhere to the dot that eliminate the risk of disease outbreak. Number four, you must keep accurate records, and by records you need both production records that can clearly show you the milk yield you get per day and the sales you get from such yields and the profits that you can accumulate over time over the sale of such milk yields. Number five, you must be able to identify animals using your record keeping systems that are no longer productive and yet you're spending money to maintain them at your farm, and then you sell them off and replace them with better productive animals. And finally, you must ensure that your production is driven by an assured demand for whatever you are producing. By that, I mean you must be sure that there is a buyer out there who needs the milk or the calves that you produce at your farm, so that you produce with a target in mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Thomas Semakula from Brave East Africa Limited and Dr. Herbert Mukibi, my co-worker. We are here to skill the farms that feed the nations.
Thank you.
Thank you.